Hey folks, Lacker Response here. It's time for another round of the good, the bad, and the weird. Today we are looking at this knife. Let's sit down and take a close look. Hello everyone. We are looking at the good, the bad, and the weird of the Pinkerton Inversion today. We are going to talk about the good, which is things I like about it. The bad, which is things that kind of work against it in some way. And the weird, which is things that make it different and unique and weird. I kind of like weird things, so those will show up in the good too, possibly. In accordance with prophecy, size comparisons, written measurements first. So, blade-wise, we are looking at 3 inches, maybe a little bit over. If you count that sharpening choil. 7 1/4 overall, maybe a little more if you include that ring, which we're going to talk about as we talk about this. And let's do size comparisons with other knives. This is a large Sebenza 21. Small on the Sebenza 21. And this is the Spider. I'm going to lay it on that ring so that we can kind of get it, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just put it up like that. Spider Manix. So, to me, this is a smaller knife. It's a 3-inch blade, but it is a 3-inch hawkbill blade, which I think is actually really useful. And as you can probably see by the shape here, it is designed for a pull cutting type grip. Not unlike the Cavalcade that we looked at in an earlier video. Slightly less of a pronounced hawkbill, but you can still see that curvature. Okay, so let's get into the good. That hawkbill blade. Oh, we didn't look at the blade markings. Does that say something? SN098, so that's a serial number. That's Pinkerton's logo. And what does that say? S35VN, the blade steel. Okay, so we're looking at a hawkbill in S35VN. If you Google Pinkerton knives, you'll find the website. I think there was like a Kaiser or concept version of this that did not include the pinky ring. But this one is not from them. It doesn't have their logo on it. They may still be the OEM, but they are not on this knife because this is under Pinkerton's own brand. It is a frame lock with a steel lock bar insert. That's good. Pocket clip is a pocket clip. I like hawkbill blades. I find they're really useful for opening mail, opening boxes, peeling fruit. It's a really useful blade shape, so that is good. It's actually pretty comfy in hand, despite being a smaller knife. If you get it like this, it's less comfy. But that pinky ring thing, or finger ring if you want to go backwards, is removable. At which point it becomes a little more comfortable to hold and use for certain tasks. The aesthetics are not terrible, which isn't really good. That's kind of damning with faint praise. The aesthetics are just kind of neutral. It's not really, it's not very eye-catching, I guess. It does have an unusual shape in that it's made for pull cuts and it's got that ring on it. But that's more weird than good. The good, also good. This is actually removable. You just take out these two T6 screws. That is T8 on the pivot. And you just loosen the pivot and the handles will swivel and you can lift this out. There's 2 little posts that act as standoffs that it fits over. So you can take it off and use it as a standard folder or leave the karambit ring on. So that's good. It gives you options. And when you buy from the Pinkerton website, they also come with a separate little, a bigger thumb disc that's kind of angled upwards, not unlike this one, kind of a brass version of that you can attach there and use as a pocket deployer if that's your thing. I don't normally fuss with pocket deployers, so I don't worry about that. For carrying, I usually, if I have the, words are tricky. If I have the ring attached, I carry it in a wider pocket slip, and it sits in there nicely, and I can extract it and manipulate it however I need to. When I do not have the ring attached, I will just use a, well, that kind of crushes it into that. It'll only get down about that far with the ring on. When the ring's removed, it drops entirely within this, so it's pretty handy. The bad handles feels very slippery. For a knife that has such a tactical design to it, you know, tactical Mall Ninja thing, the handle seems suspiciously slick. So that's kind of weird. That's why I often leave the ring on, just for that extra bit of purchase, so I can do that. But honestly, for day-to-day, you know, peeling a fruit, opening mail type of thing, a slick handle does not really make a world of difference. I'm not doing anything that messy with it, so it really doesn't matter. It's just, I don't know, I feel like some orange peeling or, you know, some kind of texture would be nicer. The weird. We're going to talk about this. The placement of that ring is weird. The fact that it's removable so you can decide to use it or not use it is good. I'm not arguing with anybody on that. But, you know, let's kind of do some comparisons here. Like this, I feel like follows a more natural arc. This is like perpendicular, if you follow me. It's almost like at a right angle to the blade, whereas this is more in line with the arc of the handle. Let's get another karambit out here. What is another karambit I own? Here is another karambit. It's a little closer to that right angle, but I feel like this one, there is a curve going on here. But with this one, because it is much more linear, that feels like a much harder right angle. It's not uncomfortable. It is just weird that it would be sticking out perpendicular to the handle like that. Why do they do that? Are you a gray operator man who's spent your life studying the blade? Do you know? Tell us in the comments if you do. We'd love to hear from you. So that's really weird. This does have a flipper on it. The flipping action's nice. It's got jimping here, which I think is, yeah, that's the flipper. So that's good. So the flipper works really well. The little karambit ring attachment gives you some extra purchase. And it's removable if you want to take it off of there. It took me like 3 minutes. I just put it back on because I'd been using the knife without it for a while. So it's easy to attach or remove that as needed. The handle's kind of slippery without that extra little ring to put your finger through. And the weird, that angle. That's bad also, like if you have the ring on and you're trying to not use it, it's kind of uncomfortable there. And you're definitely not doing anything in this grip here. So that pinky ring can be good, it can be bad. It is weird. So those are my thoughts on the Pinkerton Inversion. Please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments, and stay tuned for the next one.